Hi, this is Dale Buchanan, the host of Puppy Talk Podcast. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you know of my new book, The Complete Puppy Training Manual. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. You can find it on Amazon right now. It's called The Complete Puppy Training Manual, and I will put a link in the show notes of this episode. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers advice on how to raise a healthy, happy, and obedient puppy. This podcast is sponsored by Top Gun Dog Training. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast now so you don't miss a single episode of Puppy Talk. Welcome to Puppy Talk episode number 26. Today we're going to talk about 4 essential things that every puppy needs. This goes way beyond the basic necessities such as food, water, and sleep. This is going a little bit deeper. These are things that are going to help make your puppy healthy, happy, and obedient. This is something that I hand out to every client during the initial consultation and before I start taking on any new puppy to train. Let's get started. The first thing that every puppy is going to need is exercise. As the puppy gets older, the exercise is going to be increased. So as your 8-week-old to 12-week-old puppy, they're not going to need as much exercise, but they still need some exercise. A lot of the exercise that puppies are going to get is leash walking and leash training. You're going to be able to walk the dog many times during the day. And when I tell clients that they're going to walk the dog 5 to 8 times a day, for about 5 or 10 minutes, that's what you're going to do because you need that time to practice the skills outside of the house and to practice leash training and to get the dog to obey you when they're outside with a lot of distractions. Exercise can also be running in the backyard or playing in the house with a ball or something like that. But don't confuse enrichment and play with exercise. Also, you want to give your puppy some time to run off leash somewhere. Now, they can't go to the dog park and do this or go to a doggy daycare and do this until they're 16 weeks old, they've had their final round of shots, and they've had their rabies shot because they could get some type of virus, and you don't want that. The next thing that every puppy needs is mental stimulation. And at the beginning, we use dog training for the mental stimulation. That's going to be the 4 basic commands that we teach: sit, down, stay, and come. And then we add cues and commands to the training from there, such as leave it, drop it, wait, and so forth. The training that I do for my puppies and have my clients do in between sessions is done in a circuit training format. So we might have some stations around the house or apartment or outside, and we're going to call the puppy to us and say, "Dixie, come." And when she comes, she has to sit, down, stay, and then we back up, and then we repeat that process again. We can also add mat training into there, touch training, and all kinds of things. You want to get the dog mentally tired because mental stimulation is going to tire the dog a lot more than exercise. Another thing we can do to mentally stimulate a puppy is when they're walking on a leash, have them look at you, have them check in with you with a watch me command, have them obey you so they're not just picking things up off the ground and reacting to every dog and person in the neighborhood. Have them focused on you. That's very mentally hard for a lot of puppies. And another thing you can do for puppies for mental stimulation is just have a puppy go outside and just do nothing. Have them lay down in the grass and watch as people walk by and go by. The next thing that every puppy needs is socialization. I did many episodes on socialization already on Puppy Talk. You want to get your puppy acclimated and socialized to a variety of people, a variety of other dogs, and in a variety of situations and locations. We call this generalization of the training. The puppy has to be able to socialize in all sorts of situations as they become an adult. Because if not, and they start getting scared and having anxiety about certain situations, It's just more stressful to you. It makes it harder for you to handle the dog and manage the dog. And then you just end up taking the dog home and it's no fun. And that's not why you got a dog. So socializing a puppy is very, very important starting at 8 weeks old. If you want to listen to the episode that I did previously, I'll link it down below in the show notes where you can go back and listen to the full episode on puppy socialization. The next thing that every puppy is going to need is plenty of enrichment. I've been to some clients' homes where puppies have literally 100 to 150 toys. And that's going a little bit overboard, I think. But the puppy does need some things to chew on, some toys, some puzzles, a Kong toy, a licky mat, things like that. Also, taking your puppy to field trips like Home Depot, the pet store, places that are pet friendly is going to help your puppy not only socialize, but it's going to give them a lot of enrichment. I take Dixie through the car wash and through drive-thrus at Starbucks and places like that. And she gets to interact with people from inside the car, and she loves that. Those are things that she really loves to do. You want to make sure that your puppy gets plenty of enrichment. Now, for the fifth thing, and I don't have this on the list technically because I said this is 4 things that every puppy needs, is going to be play. All puppies are going to need to play, but you don't want to focus your whole training on play. You want to have play in there, and you want to have time for the puppy to play, and that's going to come automatically. That's an essential thing, but it's going to come automatically. The play is usually not something that I have to encourage the owners to do or teach the puppy to do. That's automatic. That's why I say the 4 things that puppy needs are going to be exercise, mental stimulation, socialization, and enrichment, in addition to the play, in addition to the affection, in addition to meals and water and that type of thing. These are things that are going to help get your dog healthy, happy, and obedient. Also, remember that a lot of this advice is going to depend on how old your puppy is. The first episode that I did on Puppy Talk is owning a puppy is a lot of work. In that episode, I outline what you should be doing with your puppy from 8 to 12 weeks old, 12 to 16 weeks old, and 16 to 20 weeks old. When your puppy's over 5 or 6 months old, you can usually take it most places and be comfortable with that because they've had all of their shots, their rabies, and so forth. They're a little bit older, they're a little bit more confident, they're a little bit more trained, so you can take them to dog parks and daycares and things like that and take them with you to a restaurant, you sit outside and so forth. A lot of this, again, is going to be dependent on the age of your puppy. I'm going to link a copy of this information on puppytalkpodcast.com blogs page, so you can download it and have a copy for yourself. If you have any questions about any of the information that we talked about today on Puppy Talk, please contact us through our website, puppytalkpodcast.com. Thank you and have a great day. This is Dale Buchanan, host of Puppy Talk Podcast. I have an announcement of a new book that I just published called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback, soon to be available on audiobook. You can find out all the details of this book using the link in the show notes. It's called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's a comprehensive book with a simple and effective way to help potty train your puppy, and it really works. Check out the link in the show notes.